Today on the channel, we're back at it with another round of Ben Cooper Kids with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Tiki Terror, Planet of the Apes, and Predator.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Ben Cooper Kids NECA unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're diving into the Planet of the Apes, we're diving into the Predator, and we're diving into the Tiki Terror. But of course, for all your Ben Cooper needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with a little San Diego Comic-Con 2025 exclusive. Finally getting around to unboxing this Tiki Terror, which is an interesting one. Now, Tikis were very terrifying back in the 70s, of course. Just ask good friend of the channel, Todd McFarlane, probably a better friend than you, actually, my old friend Barry Williams. Yes, that Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch. We'll never forget that cursed Tiki from the Hawaiian episodes. Never forget those episodes. And I believe that's what this guy's based on. I don't care if you tell me it's different. To my head, this is Brady Bunch. That's what this is, based on the Tiki from that episode from Hawaii. So we get the old Tiki Terror here, taking a trip to Hawaii, the terrifying island of Hawaii, but a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, fitting the beach theme, summer theme, ocean theme, whatever you want to call it, San Diego Comic-Con 2025 was. And you guys saw my coverage of San Diego Comic-Con 2025 this year. Last year, could be. We'll see what happens there. But Tiki Terror looking good in the packaging. Traditional packaging kind of sizing, but the design, of course, all Tiki Terror looking very good. Action figure with costume and mask, Tiki Terror. Tiki Terror. It does say EX07 exclusive number 7 from the line here. And on the back, there's that old Tiki Terror kid. I don't believe this is a real costume. You guys want to quote and figure it out or check it out? I don't know. Todd, what about you? I don't think this is the real deal costume. I think this is just made for this. Have to imagine. We got a little Ben Cooper, very cool background here. See you later, goodbye. You get a little tiki bar back here. So fitting in. I think that is Barry Williams' modern day tending bar back there. What? It's Christopher Knight? Oh, it could be Peter. I don't know. Looks more like a young Mike Lookinland, of course. Never forget the Bradys. Anybody remember the Brady show in the 80s? I was a little kid, and I loved the Brady Bunch reruns. So then the Bradys were back, and Bobby was a race car driver. And we know what happened to Bobby, unfortunately. Paralyzed. Yep, paralyzed. Shout out to Bobby, of course. Mike Lookinland, a legend of stage and screen. But really, the elephant in the room, how about Maureen McCormick? Oh, Maureen. That was my first ever crush. So shout out to Marsha Brady all day long as well. Tiki Terror looking good here. Looks like he's locked up in a little plastic prison, and we're going to get him out of the twist tie shenanigans. And we're going to be off to the races. See you later, goodbye. Silica packet over the top. See you later, goodbye. Tiki Terror. Happy Halloween. I get it. I see what they did there. Got the hula going on. Got a little pumpkin head here. Looking very good. Got a little trick-or-treat bag going on. Very, very cool. And now we're diving into the Tiki Terror himself. It is a boy on this one. Got that Tiki face, and it's an angry Tiki warrior here. Got those angry teeth going on, those big old eyes behind the mask. Looking very cool. Of course, mask is not removable. He does got the Tiki Terror pajamas on. These always look like the pajamas you wore when you were a little kid. Those straight up, over-the-top pajamas. That's what it looks like to here. Brown shoes down here for him. That's a nice fashion choice. Got the orangish reddish pants going on. 2 gripping hands out of the package as well. Just all things Tiki Terror going on. Part of San Diego Comic-Con 2025. And he does fit. Oh, his hole's tight, but it fits. He fits on the ringside collectible stand. But we're moving on. We're going quick. We're going to the Predator. And what can you say about Predator? One of the greatest movies of all time. Easily probably my favorite action movie of all time. Now, Predator 2, it's okay. The other Predators, they're okay. They're worth a watch. But Predator, I've seen more than any other Predator movie. I'm sure most people could say that. But just absolutely loved the Predator movie as a little kid. I remember being a little kid sitting on the floor in my living room watching it with my dad for the first time. I was probably 6 years old. Who knows what I was? But it really felt like a live-action G.I. Joe movie is what it felt like to me, especially, you know, before the Predator got there. It's like they got Blaine with Jesse Ventura. You got Arnold. You got Carl Weathers. You got all the heroes. And it felt like a Joe team is what it felt like. And you even had Billy. He was kind of like Spirit. So it was always kind of a G.I. Joe feel, and then they're battling it out. I would reenact Predator with my G.I. Joes when I was a little kid. Absolutely love that movie. So one of the most iconic movies ever, and probably being 6 years old, probably the most violent movie I've ever seen in my life. But I was in. I was eating up with a fork and a spoon. I was all in on the Predator movie. Very, very fun, and very fun to get him in, of course, the Ben Cooper kids. Now, I don't believe this was a real costume either. Correct me if I'm wrong. But looking good here. Predator got the big J hook at the top. Of course, this is the Jungle Hunter. Looking very dangerous, of course. Number 38 in the line for those keeping track. On the back, he's ready for Halloween as well. Looking very good here. I am here for it. I am here for it. I'm here for a little Predator. Get me a little Predator. I wish we could get the rest of the Predator team from NECA. I would love a Jesse Ventura Predator figure. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Predator prison. Of course, he's locked up at the waist here. You got to lock those Predators up. We know how it is. Especially the child kinds. The child Predator. Is that what this is? Is this a child Predator? Is that what we got going on? See you later, goodbye. Silica packet, see you later, goodbye. And plastic, see you later, goodbye. But he does got a trick-or-treat bag, this child Predator here. Valverde, all-inclusive jungle tours. Looking very cool. Of course, you got those helicopters flying over the top. Very, very nice. I like it when they don't give us just the generic ones, and they give us a little extra pizzazz. Always here for that along the way. But now we got the Predator out of the package and looking wild. It is a true Predator mask there. Got those, I always call them like dreadlocks, but of course those little braids that come out of the Predator's head. Very crazy. Got the big mouth going on. And I ain't here for that. Looks like we got a boy involved in this one again. You do got the second mask. Does that just clip over the top? I don't know how that goes. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one removable? Oh, we got a removable one. And then we got Nightmare Fuel right behind there. Looks like something crazy here. Like somebody took his mouth out and they shot him in the head is what it looks like, if you ask me. But you got the second mask. Plug right in there. And oh, man, you know what that means? It's a 2-in-1 Predator figure. Might have to track down 2 of these so you can display both looks. I don't know. That's a possibility for sure. But you do got the mask and then you got the regular Predator face. Ooh, tough choices need to be made if you're a collector. Now, the cool thing is you get this bag. You could put the extra head in there if you wanted to. A little storage extra there. But man, oh man, very cool to get the 2 heads on this one. That's always nice. Get the Predator logo on the chest, and you got a little Predator outfit going on. Black on the pants, down to the brown shoes as well. Should also fit on a ringside stand from Mattel. Oh, very tight. But he makes it work. He makes it work. So there it is, the Predator Ben Cooper kid. Looking good. And now we're turning our attention over to one of the most iconic franchises of all time. An absolute favorite of mine going back to my childhood. I remember the first time seeing it. I couldn't believe what I was getting myself into. It is, of course, Planet of the Apes. Very, very cool. Very 70s-ized right here. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if this was a real costume back in the day because there was a lot of Planet of the Apes stuff, coloring books, you name it. And I got to play with a lot of that 70s stuff as a little kid growing up in the 80s. That my grandparents had from my uncle when he grew up in the 70s. So I always have a special nostalgic feel to a lot of this 70s stuff, especially the Mego variety things. So very cool to get a little Planet of the Apes action here. Very cool card art on this one. Of course, Planet of the Apes on the side. Got Dr. Zaius hanging with Dr. Z, of course. Number 31 in the series. And then we got him on the back right here. It looks to be a little generic. It does say Warrior. So I guess he's the Planet of the Apes Warrior. I guess that's what we're going to call him. No, not an Ultimate Warrior, Todd McFarlane. See you later, Shuffle. Goodbye. Plastic. Planet of the Apes prison. Looking very good. And then like the rest of his friends for the Ben Cooper kids, locked up around the waist right there. Pop him out of the package. Come on. There it is. Oh, see you later. Goodbye. That one went south. See you later. Goodbye. But we're getting down to it. We make it work. We make it work. Generic trick-or-treat bag. Would have loved to see like a big face of Dr. Zaius on here or something, but it's just a generic trick-or-treat bag. So not too special there. And then we got the old Planet of the Apes out of the package. Interesting. Very 70s colors going on. The green and reds and the yellows. You got a little bit of sword put into the design here. You got a warrior face right there as well. Now, these outfits are all removable. I don't know why you'd remove it, but you could if you wanted to, I guess. You do got the ape mask going here, of course, looking like a great ape. Looks like a monkey in the zoo is what it looks like to me. Once again, it is a boy figure. Every once in a while, they mix in a girl like the Jaws figure and a few others, but it is a nice little mask here. It does look like a young Cornelius once upon a time. Now, arms do go all the way around on these guys here, like so. Double jointed, pinned elbows, hands back and forth, side to side, gripping hands on all of them, of course. A little waist articulation, legs go up. Single jointed knee, I believe, and then ankles back and forth, side to side. Same articulation for all of these figures, as you can imagine. But man, oh man, I like this Planet of the Apes one. And I'm a little torn. I think the Predator one snuck up from behind and won. I would love to see a movie, Predator versus Planet of the Apes. I think that would be fun. He goes, Predator crash lands on the ape planet and takes out all the apes. I'd love to see that battle. It'd be a good one. We could see if that could happen maybe in the future. Who knows? But I do like these. I love these Ben Cooper kids. But man, they multiply. It feels like every time I turn around, there's a new one being released or announced or something, or finding them at Target, Jay's Toys and Games, wherever it may be. A lot of Ben Cooper kid mania, especially this time of year around Halloween. Makes a lot of sense to get these. And last year I had a little display on my mantle in my living room. This year, there's like 40-some Ben Cooper kids. I can't display them all in my living room. It's just, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. Speaking of child predators, that's what it would feel like, I guess. I don't know. But very, very fun. I'm here for it. I'm all in at this point, so I'm going to keep collecting them. We'll see where it goes in the end, I guess. But there it is, another round of Ben Cooper kids. What's your guys' thoughts on these three? Did you ever have a Ben Cooper outfit? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for another round of Ben Cooper kids, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?